I have to learn to steward correctly the servanthood opportunities that God's given me. Don't become false humble in it, because that will turn into pride too. Mm-hmm. But instead to go, oh, he's giving me this opportunity so I can go love these people, communicate to these. And now what I do with that is up to me. And the higher in leadership you go, the stronger the responsibility for that is. Mm-hmm. What's up, everybody?
What's up, friends?
We are welcoming you to the Tug of More.
Yeah, we are officially welcoming you to the Tug of More. It's just a conversation between two friends.
That's right, where we are, where we want to be, the tug, tension, fight to get there.
Yeah, and we talk about like leadership stuff, spiritual stuff,
yep,
church stuff,
ministry stuff,
marriage stuff,
friend stuff.
Though we're not married.
Nope, not to each other.
We're married.
We're married, just not to each other.
Ready? There's who we're married to.
I'm nervous today.
Because we have mega producer.
We have our super duper mega producer, the one and only Tim Horton with 2 M's. And he's like one of the best storytellers of all time, just off the top of his head. And it's just, I don't know, I got nervous, but that's why I couldn't even do the intro, because I'm like, he's here while we're recording.
Tim is here to critique.
He's going to critique us.
The Tug of More.
He's got his notepad. I see it. He's going to write down. He's so mad. He's like, no, I'm not. Okay, that's all.
Dude, I have so many thoughts.
Okay.
First, I have a question for you.
Yes.
And for the tug team. Have you guys ever had heartburn?
Yes, bro. I had children, therefore I had
is that a pregnancy thing?
Oh, yeah,
Because
massive.
there's like a human in there pushing everything around? Dude, I've never had heartburn.
But you've had to burp before. No,
yeah, but
you've never had heartburn, really? Mm-mm. You've never had a cavity.
Never had a cavity.
You've never had an ingrown hair.
Yeah.
Now you've never had heartburn.
I woke up at 11:30 last night.
I'm confused.
I thought I was dying. I literally got out of bed.
You thought you were having a heart attack?
Yeah, dude. There's acid. There's lava in my lungs. I thought I'm dying. And Rachel's like, "It's just heartburn. Drink some milk and sit up."
Drink some milk
is what she told me. So I'm like in the fridge, and you know how much milk do you think I drink?
A half a gallon.
All the milk. So I'm chugging
you think
milk.
I said, give me some of the bacon. What I said was, or a lot of bacon. Give me all the bacon that you have.
I'm eating Tums. I'm on the internet, like, what do I do? It says chew gum. I'm chewing gum.
What I used to do when I was pregnant, this is not science.
But how do you go from never having it to then one day just having it? Should we tell our story?
Because you're 42. Oh, sorry. I'm just saying.
It only hurts my feelings a tad.
What? I'm almost 42.
I think I'm actually 43.
Oh, you are?
Aren't I 43? 1982?
Oh, yep. Yep, you're 43.
Yesterday, Whitney and I had a meeting with another pastor, and we drove to him.
Yes.
And so we were picking the location. So you know what I picked?
Barbecue. Hello.
Barbecue. And so I ate barbecue, and then we driving back, and Whitney only eats like a bird, so she only picks at it. Well, she left her to-go bag in my truck.
Yep.
Well, then I get home at the end of the day, and I'm taking my backpack out of my truck, and you know what I find? Whitney's to-go. So I'm like, she's my sister.
I'm going to eat her food.
Eat her leftovers. So like, then Rachel and I had dinner with some people last night, and we went to In-N-Out because they'd never been. And
I'm also confused how they lived in Texas this long and never been to In-N-Out, but that's a different conversation.
What are y'all doing? And so all I ate for lunch was brisket. All I ate for dinner was brisket. And all I ate for second dinner. Was 2, they're called Flying Dutchman. You can get it at In-N-Out. It's just the patty's cheese, and I get chopped chilies on top.
Oh.
And so it was probably just too much fat.
Yeah, grease.
It was too much grease.
I think something happened at In-N-Out because the last few times have been the oil. I feel like the oil's changed. It just feels greasier than it used to be. I don't know.
Somebody research this and tell us.
I don't know if this is a real thing or like what is it, RFK?
Oh, is RFK going for it?
Did he change some oil?
But he's trying to make it healthier.
I know, but
maybe, what is healthy?
Yeah, and the fries nowadays, the fries everywhere suck.
Should I get on my tinfoil hat?
What? Yeah.
RFK tinfoil hat?
I don't know if you want to.
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah. Don't, maybe
fries are getting worse. And I don't believe they're healthier. I don't believe they're healthier.
No, but I don't know. When I was pregnant, this is not science and probably causes heartburn. But I would keep, because you're also not supposed to have a lot of caffeine when you're pregnant, I would keep caffeine-free Coke. Mm-hmm. Did you also have a lot of caffeine?
Well, you remember, you
drank all that coffee.
So Whitney and I are going to this meeting, and she's got another meeting with Elena, shout out, and they're at a coffee shop, and Elena's preaching to Whitney. Whitney's crying. Her life's getting changed because Elena's full of wisdom.
The best.
And so we're like, we got to go. And I'm just waiting at this coffee shop, so I ordered a coffee.
Yeah.
Which I don't drink.
So that's probably all of it. There's
Coffee, fatty meats.
Yeah.
equals,
smoked fatty meats.
equals
I think.
heartburn.
And so I would keep caffeine-free Coke in the fridge, and when I would get it really bad in the middle of the night, I would go and chug a whole soda and burp, because it was the burp that would help bring relief to the heartburn. This is not science.
That's attractive.
I was none of pregnancy is very attractive in my opinion. Yeah. But that was always my thing. But then I would also get Charlie horses in the middle of the night. Did you get those ever? Have you ever had that?
I have in my calves.
Yes,
I've got them before.
I would get that. And those somehow heartburn and Charlie horses all were connected to each other. But Tums is really probably the best thing, the antacid. But also, why didn't you take Zypan?
Well, because Zypan, if you don't know what Zypan is,
it'll change your life.
It'll change your life. But we say stuff change your life all the time. But it's a good one.
It's a good one.
But Zypan adds more acid in your stomach.
I know, but
it's not. So Tums is an antacid. Zypan is a acid.
But it will actually. But some of the heartburn is from.
It was so much acid, I was scared. I thought if I get any more acid in me, I'm going to turn into a Power Ranger. I didn't know what was happening, dude. It was bad.
It's just, if you've ever seen Trustin think he's having a heart attack, but then he just burps and he's fine. It's just
happens every once in a while. Like, what is happening?
I went to the gym this morning and you were not there, and therefore I was like, something happened, because I can't believe you weren't there.
It's once in a lifetime.
That never happens, that I'm there on a Tuesday early and you're not. But anyway.
So I missed leg day. What else is happening in the world?
What else? I mean, I don't know what else is happening in our world. I'm trying to think.
I hit a good hammer jackpot yesterday. You know, I collect hammers.
Yeah, we also went on a hammer adventure.
Yeah, well, after our lunch meeting, I said, wait, while we're here in Hearst or Fort Worth or wherever we were.
Crowley area.
Crowley.
Yeah.
I got some good ones.
So he goes to the garage door of a man that comes out in no shirt, who's literally been awakened at 1:30 to buy these hammers. And I'm like, oh, this is how you get these hammers at a deep discount.
I bought this 50-year-old.
These people have no idea.
I bought this 50-year-old man's dead dad's brass hammers. He doesn't even know what he got.
He don't even know.
No, I'm not going to sell them. You know what I want to do? I've already said this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you said it here.
I need to say it to you two. To Tim and to Whitney.
We know.
I mean, I'm going to outlive both of y'all, but I need to say it to y'all so that you can just, tell it to everybody. I want to, at my funeral, give everybody a hammer.
Oh. Well, you can't give anyone a hammer
I can.
At your funeral.
I'm just saying that
You'll
that's what I want to do. No, but I'm saying it. Unless,
I know, I'm
unless
joking.
my kids want to keep them all. But there's no way my kids are going to want to keep 1,000 hammers.
No. They're going to want to
be like, my dad is nuts.
And then be like,
Isn't that nice? So everybody goes in for my funeral.
So like at weddings, when people
bury
do,
me, and then they all walk out, and wherever the lobby is full of tables covered in hammers, and everybody gets a hammer to take home.
I'll make sure that whoever
No, I'm going to outlive
that.
you, so we're going to have to tell the younger ones.
This guy. I'm going to eat your food. I'm going to outlive you.
Listen, sometimes you got to...
You're not attractive when you're pregnant.
I didn't say that. Sometimes you got to speak it into existence.
I know, I'm just joking. No, that's good. Well, I don't know what else
we haven't seen each other in a minute.
I'm like, what else have we not talked about?
Whitney's been preaching, dude. Can we even talk about it? Whitney's been preaching here at More Church. I have been sleeping, and Whitney has been preaching.
You gave me 5 years to prepare, so I think that's what it was.
It's been so good.
Preparing with my life.
The greatest series on Joseph.
You're so nice.
Created by humankind.
I'm super grateful you gave me the opportunity and the time, and the ability to share my heart on what God's taught me, because that's what I think has made it easy. Is it's something that I've had to live out, and so now I'm just getting to share what God taught me, and hopefully it's helping other people. I think it is.
Yeah,
that's our goal here.
I've already got a big honoring plan for you and Tim.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to tell y'all.
Why?
Because I have a big honor. Because you guys have been killing it.
Oh, that's nice.
Tim's been doing a series too.
Yeah, Tim is this week 4. I don't know when this airs. If it airs Thursday,
is this the 4th one? Daddy issues? 4.
Yeah.
He still won't say words.
He won't say words.
And that he might be on the. We need to get a God mic to the producer.
Yes. Hello.
So yeah, it's been
week
so
4.
good.
I'm excited about that.
I'm excited because then after that we're jumping into a teaching I'm pumped about.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about it yet.
Not yet. Okay, that's all. What are we talking about today on the Tug of
I went to
More?
Oklahoma.
Oh.
I preached a youth camp in Oklahoma.
And not just Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is my home. This is where I'm from.
But we took the kids.
Yeah.
Rachel and I took the kids. And so we didn't really do any cool stuff.
No. Did you even take them to that park or no?
Yeah.
You did.
But I'm saying that we didn't do try this restaurant or, because what do you guys want for dinner? They're like, Canes.
Yeah.
I'm like, forget both of y'all.
Yeah. You didn't go take them anywhere like.
We didn't do anything like, I mean, I'm bad at posting on social media anyways, but we did nothing that was like Instagram
social
worthy.
media worthy.
Other than like be a good family and spend time together.
Yeah, laugh and make good memories.
Yeah,
That's good.
We got an Airbnb while we were there.
They liked it.
So I went to go preach at youth camp, and the people that bought me, they'll either give me a hotel or Airbnb, and I'm like, Airbnb.
Aaron told me, because you guys talked about it, is that where you stayed was kind of a sketchy place at night.
Oh, sketch.
Yeah, like it was a nice house and a nice place, but then at night.
Well, in an Airbnb, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know where you're going. You just get there.
And they kind of tricked us. It has this picture in the Airbnb, sales ad or whatever it is, that they have like a pool table room.
No.
They had like a half basement in Oklahoma that was like sketchy, full of spiders, but it has a pool table in it. But they somehow took the angle of this pool table that
So
it looked like the coolest room ever.
But it wasn't.
Dude, no, there's been 8 dead bodies down there for a month. It was like nope, there's dishwasher or laundry, and then pool table. So me and Titus tried.
I was going to say, did he play or no?
And they had a hot tub.
Okay.
That the kids got in, but Rachel looked at the water and was like,
nope. She ain't doing it.
So weak. Rachel was not.
Oh,
down.
man. The one you stayed in last time was super great. You liked it a lot.
Super great, but it was right next to the freeway.
Oh.
And so the house is great, and then you lay down to sleep, and you hear like semi trucks driving by.
Well, it's Tulsa. They're trying.
But it was fun. I preached all new stuff.
Yep.
Which the young staff on our team helped me piece together, and it felt good. Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, you're young at heart, so you got it.
I'm still young. I'm still a. What did I hear somebody say? I'm a young old man.
A young old man?
Is that what we are? Or like I'm an older young man.
An older young man. I don't know. Yeah, I like it. I like the other way. It sounds better.
I'm a young old man.
Yeah, because it's like you're an old soul, but you're young.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Yes. Okay.
What else? Anything fun?
I don't know.
You don't have nothing fun in Whitney World?
No, I've been preaching, so bro, I've just been doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Rachel's got me on a path to build her a new chicken coop.
Oh yeah, I heard because
Our
now
current
you have
chicken
four.
coop-
Because you have 4.
Well, okay. Our current chicken coop looks like a meth house. Have you seen it? It's like a metal cage with
I would never say those words, but it just.
Now that I say it,
Now
though,
you said it, I was like, okay.
like with a tarp on it that's all ripped up and zip tied. It looks bad. And so because it looks so bad, I have stopped paying a whole lot of attention to the backyard.
Oh, okay.
And so
we did this. This is the thing.
So we cleaned out our backyard. Here's a couple pictures. Look at all this trash that our trash man has to think we're crazy people.
Yep.
And so we cleaned out the backyard and got it looking good. And I realized it's my fault.
Why?
I have to fix this because the chicken coop looks so bad.
Why is it your fault though?
Because I've just not helped.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, good luck, Rach.
No.
I hate these chickens. I still don't want them.
Yeah, but it's still your backyard.
If we're gonna do it,
yeah, you should go.
So she has
go
me on
big or don't go at all.
Yeah, so she has me on a mission.
We also cleaned out part of our garage on Saturday because on Friday when I don't remember what we were doing. Oh, Aaron went to help Easton with something at his house, and he was looking for his level. Like on his workbench, but he was like, oh, is it down here? And he bent down and he was like, oh my word, look at the shelf. And our one shelf, the leg started to bend. Mm-hmm. And his dad has already come and reinforced it. And so if he's already reinforced it and it's bending, he's like, this is about to fall on one of our cars and we're about to be ticked.
We're about to have trash fall on our second highest investment.
Exactly. And so on Saturday morning, he put bricks and stuff under the leg to like just make sure that for the day it didn't fall. But then on Saturday morning, we were like drinking our coffee on the back porch. Like, what are you gonna do? What do we do today? And I'm like, well, I'll walk through the message again. I don't know, swim in the pool. And I said, we probably should just spend an hour or two at least taking.
Oh, and Aaron jumped on it. I literally said like, we should probably clean off that shelf in the garage. And I look up and he is all the way like walking to the garage. Like, come on, yeah, let's go. Because I said, I'll help you. And he's like, you'll help? Let's do it. Whitney's cleaning. Let's go.
That never happens. And same, whoosh, this is all of our trash that we did not move to the curb until Sunday night, which is when it comes on Monday. Oh, no. But we did leave on the side of our house. And one of our neighbors, they don't like us.
They don't like me neither.
They don't like us. And so he opened his garage door to bring his trash out on
goes,
Sunday
"Ugh."
night. And he just like looks and like turns around and walks back in his house and doesn't move his cans until we went inside, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's so annoyed with us that he's just like, I'll leave you peasants and your dirty trash to be out on the curb. And then I'll come out and put my trash out.
Not me. I took that junk down 3 days early.
Oh, yeah. We almost
But
did.
all my neighbors like me.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm in good
That's
rapport
nice
with
that they
my
like It's, you know why they don't like us? Because we're young, old women and men.
That's why they don't like us?
Yeah,
Oh,
because they're all older and they don't like that we have like young people coming to our house and like that we're young.
mine
people.
all like me for one reason.
Why?
Rachel. It's not
I knew
me.
that's what you were gonna say.
Rachel's better
she's nice
human than
to
I
them.
am.
Yes. That's
Have we
good.
talked about my shopping cart story? Did I tell that here?
that you stole one?
No.
What?
That's happened too. Do you know my shopping cart story?
I guess not. I don't know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
Rachel the other night is at some women's thing up here at the church, or I don't know where she is. She's gone. She has both
Oh,
kids.
yes, I do know.
And I'm just home
Yes, I
chilling.
do know.
And I'm doing as I do on Facebook Marketplace, perusing opportunities of financial increase. And there's a manager at Sprouts in Mansfield
Yes.
that says, "Hey, we got all new shopping carts. Will someone come and remove all
I
of these?"
think you told this on the last podcast. Did you tell it?
I don't
That's
know.
how you throw the rock. Wasn't that part of the throwing the rock?
Oh yeah. So anyways, me and Tice went and sold them
How much money did you make?
$400.
Okay. Good job. You were saying
Dude,
you weren't sure how much you were going to get.
I'll load up 300 shopping carts for $400 every day of the week.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you did that. Was
Yeah.
that what the one in the picture is one of those shopping carts or no?
No, that's our old one.
That's your old one that you stole.
Yeah, that's our old one. That's
Okay.
Lorena's old one. Lorena got to upgrade when I got all these new ones.
That's the best. Hey, she's happy about it, I bet.
Hey, if your
did you get to
mother-in-law's-
throw away any pots and plants? Nope. Okay. He has pleaded the fifth on this part of the conversation.
If anybody has
we will move forward.
If anybody has a marriage counselor they can suggest for Rachel and I to process all of my mother-in-law's plants in my backyard,
Okay, I asked the wrong question.
please help me navigate
So,
that.
That's good. What else?
So we went to Tulsa, and while we were there, Rachel and I went to a big church on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I had so many thoughts.
Okay.
I had so many thoughts while we're sitting there in this church.
Okay. Are you transitioning right now into our
Yeah,
conversation?
well, I don't know how, because, I'm transparent, but sometimes I say
Yeah.
too much stuff.
Yeah. It just got you thinking about an idea. Let's
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, all right, go.
No, that in the church world, but it's also like in the world, like the culture of life.
Yeah.
The Bible says that Jesus came not to be served, but to serve.
Yeah.
And that we are to be like the servants of all, like that we're supposed to be the servants. And so as leaders, as pastors, as church, Bible believing Christian leaders of America, like that's our objective, is to be servants. And
Yeah.
yet what we find a lot of times is that instead, as leaders, we want to be something different.
Yeah, so I wrote down, I have a note for Tug of More of
Yes.
like topics of what we'll
Yes.
talk on. And the note I wrote down is, we make kings out of servants.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sitting in this church and I'm like paying attention to some of the cultural pieces. And then I'm remembering like what I used to want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking at like all these other pastors that I've interacted with. And I think that sometimes in church culture, we make kings out of servants.
Yeah.
And it's real confusing when that starts to happen.
Well, we started talking about it because it changes the way we look at leading in the church world.
Yeah.
And rather than seeing it as a sacrifice, an ability to serve, we see it as an opportunity to be served, to be big baller shot callers. And it skews a lot of things and messes a lot of things up. And it's part of what we're seeing, I think, in the world right now, of some of these places where it feels like some kingdoms are falling because they made kings out of what God always intended for us to just be servants.
Well, it kind of dovetails in with the idea, the episode we did on customer service.
Yeah, yeah.
And we talked about like how, I'm not going to rehash it all. We talked about church culture and how like we should be a place that provides ministry, not just a place for people to attend and watch. And I'm like, it's weird because as a church grows and like earthly success is kind of visible, that like there's people coming and the resources are flowing in a little bit better.
The level of excellence has lifted.
And then like people start to talk to you as the pastor with some regard.
Yeah.
And so I remember when we were back at Matlock doing 4 services and it was like full. I remember and this is pre me getting off the throne, right? Mm-hmm. I remember feeling this like personal internal elevation.
That's a good way to say it.
This thing in me that was like, oh, I'm rising. I'm climbing the ladder of Christendom.
Yeah.
And like you start getting phone calls and you start to go do conferences and you know what I'm saying? That is in a whole new revenue stream and like all these different things. And then like you start dressing a little bit better and you start having staff. So you're not doing all the same stuff that you used to do. And like I lean sometimes too hard into keeping my hands dirty, and Tim and you, Whit, fought me to get out of the back of a trailer and like, you will not do this kind of work. You will focus on your, and like, but I felt the enemy pulling me
but the temptation
towards pride a little bit.
The temptation is I don't belong in the trailer. I should never be that. They should be there and not me now. Like that's a temptation that can start to creep in.
And had that trajectory in me kept going for another 10 years, had we built in Mansfield, we've now amassed thousands of people. I think that without the trauma of the pig and all that's involved in that season and me learning to get off the throne, I think I could have really easily built myself into a king instead of being aware that we're just called to be a servant.
Well,
so there's the transparency piece.
The nuance of it is a very, very tricky, small shift. Like it's a small, I think that's what happens. I've been thinking about it a lot as we've been talking about it. Because like we just talked about, I've been speaking for the last 4 weeks. There can be an easy temptation to go, I did a good job sharing what I know about God's word as it relates to Joseph. Or, wow, God used me to help set people free.
Yeah.
And what I've been through, they now can walk through, hopefully
more prepared,
more understanding, more awareness. And it is a very small nuance of a shift in the way you say kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But your heart can start to feel it and hear it this way rather than this way. And the enemy's just really, I mean, we're humans. So like we're not robots. Like we're humans. Therefore we have a awareness of self and then a self-preservation of like, I want to do well. I want to succeed, a natural born pride in us. And the enemy's real good at being like pulling you this way rather than the heart of it is to say, man, God, use me, use my life to help. I mean, you and I talk about that all the time. The moments in our life when we're like, God, you can use me. Like, I'll go wherever you want me to go. I'll do whatever you want me to do so that other people can know about you rather than look what I'm doing now for God.
Yeah.
Like, which is such a absurd, but it's tricky.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
And like this also connects to, we're on a journey. So like these are not pre-manuscripted conversations. Like when Whitney and I have a conversation, this is the same kind of stuff we talk about at lunch.
Right.
But like we've been talking about how we think God is kind of done with the celebrity pastor culture. God's sick of it and all these things are getting exposed. Because I think heaven's like, that's enough, you bunch of prideful jerks.
Right.
And so I remember when I'm in this like get off the throne internal battle, I kept thinking of the story of, it's kind of it's an obscure one after a famous story. So Elisha, the prophet, connects with this guy named Naaman, who is a soldier.
Yep.
Naaman has leprosy. He can't get healed or can't get cured. He comes to Elisha. Elisha says, dip in the river 7 times. He's healed.
Yeah.
And we kind of end the story there. But there's something that happens right after. Naaman goes to Elisha and says, dude, I want to give you all this gold and all of these silk robes. Let me give it to you. And Elisha's like, no, I don't. I'm a prophet, dude. I don't want gold and silk robes. No. But Elisha has a servant named Gehazi. And in the story, Gehazi leaves Elisha's presence, runs down the road, stops Naaman, and says, hey, man, you still giving out that gold and them robes? And Naaman's like, yes. And Gehazi is like, yep, I'm going to take some to the prophet. And then Gehazi takes it all for himself and he hides it in his tent, and he gets some wealth and some kingly gear. And you know what happened to him? Leprosy. He got leprosy.
He got this. Yeah, he got the same. Like that's the crazy part.
What Naaman was washed of, he now receives.
Yeah.
And like I remember, like we're at the pig. We're still fighting to like build this big building, and it's still in me. Now Whitney says I paint myself uglier than I am, but there's a part of it in me that's like Trustin Baba's name is going to be on this property off of 287, and I'm going to build my kingdom here. You know what I mean?
That's just because you're just being honest about what's in there.
There's a part of that in me.
Yeah, right.
And I remember chewing on the story a bunch of like, dude, I don't want to be Gehazi.
Right.
But how do I stay Elijah? I don't know if it's Elijah or Elisha. I can't remember.
I think it's Elisha.
I think it's Elisha.
Right?
How do I stay Elisha when I'm being offered golden robes? How do you, it's all right. How do you guard your heart from it all and not, how do you stay a prophet when Naaman is bringing you kingly attire? It's really, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And it's what I'm watching pastors do.
Well, I was going to say.
You just went, well, you're mentoring somebody as a pastor that he walks with that kingly vibe.
Yeah.
But when you went there, it's a show.
It's the also the temptation of, I think, what we talked about of like kind of why this celebrity culture, like, oh, we feel like it's got just like gross, is because I think what happened was there was one Gehazi first, and then this guy said, well, if he can do it, then I can do it. And then if I can do it, then what about me? And you start to not only see it coming to you, but you see it on other people. And then you start putting the weight of success and the measurement of ministry success looks like. And that's what you and I've talked a lot about is the like, oh, we're putting the wrong weight on the wrong
emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, we're putting the wrong weight on the wrong thing.
Is that the same?
Yes, that's right. Emphasis.
Oh,
the wrong emphasis
on the
syllable. You're right.
It's
emphasis on the syllable.
I'm gonna make the older generation a little bugged with this analogy, but it's like the danger of the Kenneth Copelands,
right?
And the Jesse Duplantis.
That's what I was getting at. Right.
Jesse Duplantis, Creflo Dollars,
right?
Joel Osteen. It's the danger. Because, like, yeah, it looks like they're prospering.
Right.
But, like, have they taken a step into king?
And it's not to be, you're not saying it to be judgmental.
And I'm not saying they have.
No, right.
I'm not God.
That's what I was going to say. It's not to be judgmental. It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
As we've seen happen time and time again in
the
places.
The Gehazi spirit.
Where it can start to be what started out as being literal serve. I mean, Paul spends a giant majority of his ministry in prison.
Yeah.
Proclaiming the gospel. Not
right. Jesus, take up your cross and follow me.
Right. All of these, like, the disciples literally left their nets, left what they were doing, left their lives, left their family to follow Jesus. And it was this servanthood mentality. And yet in the world, and especially in American culture, we've glamorized and glorified, and it's why silly shows like The Righteous Gemstones, some of those have happened because that's what can start to be a thing, and it's just a vice, I think, a tool of the enemy because we're pastors, so we live above reproach, so we aren't going to do drugs, we're not going to go party, we have to live, but the temptation of the mighty dollar can start to, in the success and the flash and the bang, can start to be a justified, it feels justified, and it's just the blessing of the Lord.
Yeah.
And instead what starts to happen is, sadly, we lose the servant heart.
Yeah.
And instead become kings, and where we're asking people to serve us when it's like, hello, Jesus himself was not to be served. Was not his point.
It says the Son of Man had no place to lay his head. Jesus didn't have a baller mansion.
Right.
But
again, it's not
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because I understand that we are an example of God's protection, provision,
absolutely,
prosperity.
Yeah.
I'm driving this Ford Ranger, which I bring up all the time because it's a big deal to me.
Right.
I'm a car guy without a car.
Yeah.
That I enjoy or am proud of. And I had a guy in the church come up to me and says, Pastor, we got to get you out of that car, man. We got to get you. Because like the oil flows from the head down to the beard and onto the robe. And like what God's doing in your life, he's going to do in my life. And so it was like this kind of pressure of like, oh, am I being a bad example in my obedience of humility to drive this $3,000 car for now 3 years? Like, but it's that American consumer culture that we live in that's like, it's a challenge.
It's a wrestle. And I think that's why you're so honest and open about it, is because most people are not. And so what happens is we then just live in this perpetual cycle of doing the same thing that we've seen done, and we grasp for the same thing. And what we're trying to do in ministry, in our lives, in our relationships, in our spirituality, all of it, is to do it different and to do it the way Jesus actually intended. And so the reason for the wrestle and the conversations is not to point fingers at anyone else, but is to instead say, God, help me stay a servant. I don't want to become a king in my heart. I feel my heart wants to. Right. My flesh wants to. Right. But I don't want. No, right. Right. No,
Sorry,
talk it out. I think that's the piece I'm trying to get you to say, that, like, because I think that's the wrestle and the struggle is the human nature, because that's what we've talked about, where it's like it might be 10% of me
is ugly.
That's real ugly and real prideful, and 90% of me wants to be the servant. But that 10% some days can be 200%.
Right.
And like, if I don't check myself and consistently check my heart posture, my mind posture, my relational posture, my every bit of it, of like, what am I doing this for? What is the reason why I said yes to this thing here, or answered this phone call, or had this conversation, or took this lunch? Like, if I'm not intentional, then it can very easily be that, I just took one robe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. I just got one robe
it's a bag
today.
of gold. Like,
he was giving it away anyway.
Yeah.
But then 2 months down the line, a year down the line, and I think that's what, you say the trauma, but we recognize really it was the humbling.
He meant it for good.
The humbling of the Lord to save us from ourselves, rather than to end up. Because our original intention, I think that's the piece. We said it. We make kings out of servants. Our original intention was to be servants before the Lord.
Yeah.
But the enemy is real tricky at this, just 1 degree, and then all of a sudden, oh shoot, I didn't mean to get here, but look where I am.
The danger isn't just financial.
Oh, correct.
But it's.
I think it's not even really, mostly it's not.
There's a kingliness that we can put on pastors as the man of God that so quickly can get taken out of balance that that sometimes you meet pastors and they walk with this aura about them that they're unquestionable. They can't be questioned.
Correct.
They have been on the mountain and had a transfiguration with the Lord, and what they say goes. And it's this like my way or the highway, except that you're using this giant God stick,
right?
Of like, I'm the boss.
And it's very dangerous.
And it just becomes very dangerous.
Well, we did the podcast of the Emperor's New Robe.
Oh yeah.
And it becomes very much the who are we accountable to? Well, then where and what space do we allow correction, redirection, or even just question?
Yeah.
And a king is not questioned.
He executes.
The story of Esther is such a big deal because just her going in his presence, he could have sent her to death because he didn't ask for her to come. She went before him, but he had to hold out the scepter like, no, I'll receive her. And like the gravitas of that is like hard for even us as human now to like quantify and understand. But that's what starts to happen sometimes is that there can be no questioning, there can be no pushback, there can be no
and it's questioning from the right circle.
right. Oh, 100%.
Because like there's some people that like, I mean, they can question, but I don't care what they
they don't
say.
have any context to the
They don't have any context.
conversation.
They don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
But you had better not be the naked emperor.
Right.
You know.
Well, and then
you're not an emperor.
Correct.
Like you're a servant. This is what we're called to do. Is we're called to be servants. And it's just, I heard years ago, like as a child, somebody say that if God called in two angels, and he said to one angel, "I want you to rule the richest city on earth. I want you to rule it. I want you to lead it. I want you to manage it." And he said to the other angel, "I want you to go and take this broom and sweep the dirtiest street and the dirtiest village on all of earth." Both angels would go and fulfill that task without question or without frustration because those angels are not human. They're not in it for themselves. Like there was a fall in heaven, and the devil and his fallen angels, they're the prideful ones that already left. But the angels that are there are like team players.
Right.
But like in us, we're in flesh. And so like if God said, "Hey, Trustin, go and sweep the dirtiest street with this dirtiest village in all of earth with this broom," there's a part of me that's like, are you serious?
Right.
Like, why does that guy get to go and lead that? And I'm over here with this dirty broom in my hand. We have to admit that's in us. And because it's in us, it makes us want to climb a ladder of success to look more like a king than a sweeper.
Right.
But if we'll just remember, it's not about us.
It's in all of us, and therefore it's not just about pastors. It's about people.
Correct.
It's about
That's why we're talking
believers.
about it.
It's about husbands and wives. It's
Right.
about moms and dads. It's about bosses and their job. Like, because what it does when we start to live with a kingly mentality is that we start to become better than the task at hand, better
Right.
than the thing that we set out to do in the first place. And I think that you and I remember driving down I-20 one day, and we were talking about, we'd been meeting with architects. You remember this? Like, we'd been meeting with all these people about the building and all the pieces. And we were so frustrated because we were just trying to, like, one, we didn't have the money for it, but then also, like, God, how and what does it look like? And we started talking about, but we're the people that put stuff in the trailer. Like, we're the people that would carry all the wood on the trailer in the back of the truck right now if we could. And we had this, like, moment of, like, revelation and, like, recognition of like, God, don't ever let us not be the people that would just put it in the trailer and drive it to build the building and do the thing. And I think that's the piece of like, I was trying to think of some like actual scenarios, but like where if you start to live with the kingly mindset rather than the servant mindset, then you end up missing the whole point. And I think that's what's broken you and mine and all of our hearts to see in some places and spaces with people that we've believed in before, where it's like, oh, you missed the whole point. The whole point is these people that God's bringing in and being able to just sit with them and admit out loud that I'm learning from them as much as they're learning from me, and admit that like, we're all just humans on the race together. And if I'm too good or too busy or too fancy or too whatever to sit across the table and have a coffee conversation or to sit in a room and cry with somebody when they're grieving, then I missed the whole point of what I said yes to in the first place. And I should have just gone and been a CEO of like, you know, some
money-making venture.
Yeah, some Fortune whatever 500 something, and go be because otherwise I'm missing it. And I think that's the part that's really stirred our hearts in this last season as God's been bringing new people in of like, oh, it's starting to look like it's looked before, numerical success.
Right. And maybe that's why it's so on my mind.
Yes.
Because we're talking about customer service and then Emperor's New Robe and then this is like, man, a lot of these are lining up, but it's because we feel momentum in our sales again.
Correct.
And I'm like, okay, as I feel momentum in our sales, I don't want to fall back into some of those like internal
It's really easy to
stuff that I was
It's really
last
easy.
time.
I mean, you say it all the time that the enemy will try to find success where he's found victory before.
Yeah.
And in this type of pride struggle, we don't look at pride as big of a sin as we do having an affair.
Right.
We don't look at pride as big a sin as, embezzling money, whatever. And it's like, oh no, it might be more damaging to the kingdom of God. It might be more damaging to my life than I even understand. And so this wrestle in us of like, God, don't let us pick up even 1 ounce of that pride from the past, or the pride that I see over there that kind of looks like success and kind of looks like they're doing a good job. And oh man, it would be nice to feel like that or look like that or have my Instagram be like that or whatever. And I think that's the wrestle in it. I mean, it's easy as a mom to not compare, to want to compare my life to somebody else's life and to say, am I doing as good? Am I measuring up the way? Instead of recognizing, oh wait, my job as a mom is to be available to my children, is to be a sounding board for them, is to help them step into all that they're called to be, rather than produce the prettiest birthday gifts and that whatever, but it can make us want to be kings and not servants. And it's a slippery slope, and it's a tricky situation.
Most of the parables that Jesus tells are about a servant that we're supposed to relate to.
Correct.
There's a king in the story.
Yeah.
But the king is
Very
always God.
rarely. Yeah, I was going to say.
And the servant is always who we're supposed to relate to. But I think that these like prosperity gospel guys, they have to point back to the Old Testament for their prosperity. They talk about Abraham's prosperity and right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, guys, God prospered Abraham because he was trying to build a nation out of him. And like, I understand that, listen, if I was traveling and preaching 300 days a year, I'm going to need a private jet. Like, some of it makes sense. Some of it makes sense. It's easier and more cost effective to own a plane than to have to try to fly commercial and slow you down all the things. But there's an attitude that can be picked up.
No, I think that's the servant-hearted piece of it is the piece that.
So if you find yourself being pulled into kingliness in your desires, then maybe it's just time to really intentionally do some servant stuff. Like Michael Bennett tells the story when he preached, or when he spoke about how he wanted to come in and have like leadership stuff, but instead he stood in the parking lot and waved at cars.
Right.
And I think that us, like all of us in this team, me and you and Tim and Enrique, like our directional leadership level staff team, we're all at camp.
Right.
Serving.
Yeah.
Enrique and Cassandra every day were making grocery runs.
Right.
And I was going and buying bottled water, and Whitney's driving around kids with sprained ankles on golf. And Tim is literally his butt furiously kicked everywhere serving. Furiously kicked is a funny, but
furiously.
But we're there serving, and he is so good for us.
Yeah.
Well, it's so good for us.
What is it?
Because we're on no stage.
What is the line Elena said today? I wrote it down. That when you're saying yes to leadership, that you're actually saying yes to a submission to another level of refinement. And I think that what we think as leadership, when I get there, when I arrive, when I become the leader.
You just open a whole can.
This is where, and this is what. And I think that's what happens, and that's the concern. Because as More Church, we are leaders. Our church is full of leaders. Like, they're not just regular Joes. These are people who want to make a difference for the kingdom of God. And we have to have this understanding that in order to be phenomenal leaders, what we have to become is great servants, not great kings.
And I watch it in people now, over 20 years of pastoral ministry. I watch it in people. They get a little taste of like leadership or notoriety or something, and it can so quickly go to their heads of like, I deserve.
Right.
I'm like, do you know what I deserve? Hell.
Correct. Hell.
Trust in Baba.
Jail.
Trust in Baba deserves hell.
Right.
Today.
Right.
I've been a pastor over 20 years. What I deserve is hell.
Right.
But what I get is forgiveness and grace.
Right.
But we so quickly like, well, I deserve to speak at the thing. What I deserve is a seat. What I deserve What do you mean I can't lead a prayer moment?
Right.
What do you mean you didn't ask me to head up this committee? And I have just been aggressively for 30 minutes admitting the ugly in me.
Right.
And so I think that we have to admit when that stuff starts to
piece.
rise up in this, like, what do you mean you're taking it away? What do you mean I'm not getting the opportunity?
Right.
This is my thing. No, dude, this is not my church.
Right.
That's not my wife. I mean, it's my wife, but like,
No,
that's
correct.
God's daughter.
Right.
Rachel is God's
right.
daughter.
I think that's the best
before my bride.
example of how you can best see like that fleshed out. And like a godly man, husband, serves his wife, doesn't rule his wife.
Right.
And yet that is the other piece. I think that what you said is great. As people get tastes of leadership, they don't really understand leadership until they understand, oh, it's all about sacrifice. It's all about submission. It's all about serving. If you want to be a great leader, you have to be a great follower. Well, following is all about being a servant to say, where do you need me today? What do you need me to do today? What can I do? How can I help? What else can I do? Like, and I think if we don't get that shift understood, then we get really frustrated in leadership really quickly. Burned out is the word that we hear, but it's really, I'm not being seen, I'm not being promoted, I'm not being the way I want to be. I'm being used and abused. And I'm like, no, I mean, like you just said it, furiously kicked his butt. But like Tim has spent I've known him now 15 years, like being a great servant in every area of, I mean, the amount of different hats this man has worn in our church, the amount of jobs he's had on the staff team and when not on the full-time staff team is the epitome of the willingness to say, I'm just a servant. So whatever you need, that's what I'll do. And it's easy for people to be like, oh, Tim's just their buddy that's hung out with them for 15 years. I'm like, no, there was a level of servant heartedness. And that's the only way you stay in leadership, stay in ministry. And as you and I have seen kings fall around us, it's this recognition of like, oh, these kings are falling because they were just kings. Like, and a king is going to do kingly junk. He's going to be selfish, and he's going to.
Where's my seat?
Yeah, and he's going to take
Who's
somebody else's
feeding me?
seat, right? And
who's serving me?
It's what's going to end up devouring them rather than the servant heart.
We've got a couple that started coming to church. I don't know how long ago. Ray and Manuela been coming.
Oh yes,
a year.
Yeah, at least, right?
And so like
because they went to camp last year.
Ray and Manuela are great.
Yeah.
Love them. And Ray, when he started coming, his heart was to help take burdens from us on Sunday. And I remember, and I'm not used to it. I'm not like, I didn't know how to handle it. And Ray, he said, hey, Pastor, just let me serve you. And like, I've seen that abused so much in ministry that it's been a good practice, a good exercise for me, because Ray, like when I'm done preaching, he'll bring me a bottle of water, or
take your Bible and your iPad to your office.
Take to my office so that I can talk to people and not have. I literally sometimes have my hands full of like props and jackets and all this stuff, and he'll take it for me, and it really like bothered me at the beginning to let him to do it, but I realized like this is how Ray is being a servant.
Yeah.
So it frees me up to be the kind of servant that I'm being. And as long as we don't start abusing that.
Well, as long as you continue to take on the right role and responsibility.
Right. And as long as Ray's heart is guarded, and that he's not doing it for proximity, which I don't think that he is.
No, right.
But it's just, it's all, in everything we have to go to God and say, hey, God, search my heart.
Right.
Search my heart. Why am I wanting to do this thing? Is it for my seat?
Right. Yeah. No.
Is that okay to talk about?
Yeah.
That was okay?
Yeah, it was good. Why?
All right. I just don't want Ray to be like.
No, we've talked about it openly.
I'm so thankful.
Yeah, we've talked about it openly because we've talked with them about the like last 2 weeks ago, like when I got done preaching, he's like, I pulled your car up for you because it was really hot, and I saw you were wearing these shoes, and and I was like, you don't need to do that. But there's a difference between serving. What you said is great. He's serving so that we can serve.
Right.
And if we are responsible to steward that opportunity correctly. And every single one of us, it doesn't mean there's a false humility that comes in some of us and like, no, don't do that. No. Or, people, even what you said, like honoring, oh, you've done a great job preaching and all, whatever. There's a false humility if all I ever say is, oh, it's just God. Oh, it's just God. No, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate the encouragement to know what God's doing in and through me. I have to learn to steward correctly the servanthood opportunities that God's given me. Don't become false humble in it, because that will turn into pride too. But instead to go, oh, he's giving me this opportunity so I can go love these people, communicate to these. And now what I do with that is up to me. And the higher in leadership you go, the stronger the responsibility for that is. Is that the right word? What are you thinking? You're thinking something
No,
deep.
a million. I'm thinking a million things.
I was like, oh God, what's he about to say?
No, I don't know. I'm just... Yeah, you just have to really question your own internal motives and like, how are you doing with it? Because God wants to elevate.
Right.
And like wants to put trust. I mean, it's what you're preaching. Joseph was elevated in every house that he was in, but it was only because God could trust how he would handle it.
Absolutely.
And so I just want to handle the levels that he'll take me in well. And with the wind in our sails, I'm like, I'm going to handle it all different than last time. Not that I handled it so poorly.
No, but it's the reason you and I talk so openly about it is because we realize that the more you talk about it, the more you talk about it.
Right.
And the more you're able to talk, the more the devil, the more you're able to get back at the schemes of the devil.
Right.
The more you're able to identify, oh, this is what's trying to take root. I ain't going to let it. Hey, help me stay accountable to that. We're not doing that. We're not going that way. And I think that like we can pretend like we don't have pride. We can pretend like, oh, I'm just humble all the time. That's just who oh no, I just want to be a servant. Yeah. But if I don't be honest about the moments where it's easy for it to get twisted, then I'm going to find myself in trouble one way or another. And so I'd rather sit and talk about it. And that's why we said, let's talk about it.
And we're doing something here that's so unique I've never seen modeled.
For sure.
So
in multiple ways.
In multiple ways.
I don't even know which way you're going this way.
What we did with More to the Story,
yeah,
and what we did with Ripple Effect, and Father's Day is elevating, giving people opportunity, and like I talk about Tiff, Tiffany all the time. Shout out Tiff. What is my nickname for her?
Pinata? What is it?
Pinata Spice.
Pinata Spice.
Yeah. Should we insert the video? I don't know. She might be mad at me. Like Tiff has a calling on her life.
Yeah.
Right? And so is a great communicator and gifted in like a prophetic way.
Right.
But I sit, and Tiff, I hope it's okay that I'll say this. If not, Whitney will tell Tim to cut it out. But like, there's a responsibility that's like, because I know natural tendencies of humanity, that you want to become a queen.
Right.
That I'm like, how do we elevate properly when I know what's going to happen in her heart and all of these people's hearts so that they don't let it devour them?
Yeah. Well,
because it can start to devour us. And then we start to take for granted where God's planted us and we go and start chasing things.
Yeah.
And then there's certain personality types.
Yeah.
Because like Elena, I literally don't think Elena ever, her personality is not to climb into the king's seat.
Yeah, but she would argue with you and say, but I'm a brat.
You're right. She would.
So this is a part where
and it's not like, that's not throwing shade.
No. The only reason she would say that is because we've had the conversation. And again, that's why we have the conversation. It's why the Tug of More is important. It's why the way that we do ministry is important. Is because the only way to combat it is to have the conversation.
All I want is for us to have 1,000 kids in our youth ministry. Yeah. That's all I want. But I also know that when we run 1,000 kids in our youth ministry, that to Brady and Tyler, that elevates them in the church world, not local church, but church world. And like people start treating them like kings.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to create a culture where they can have great success, but their heart is guarded from this devil. Because one of the ways the devil attacks us that we don't talk about is through success.
For sure.
I'm convinced that some of these ministries, that money has came in not from heaven, but money has came in because the devil knows the best way to derail this pastor is with a bunch of money.
Yeah. Now you're going real lunch table conversation.
Oh, is that too
No,
much?
in a good way. No, it's good. I'm saying it's...
Because he knows the devil's
the
like, oh
only
man, I
way-
can't stop this guy. But if I give him enough money, he'll just be on vacation all the
But
time.
the
and
only
he'll
way
get
to
bougie
do that is
and turn into a famous
again
guy.
the conversations, because you and I did not allow anybody to step into these moments of elevation without some serious conversations.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
so the responsibility to continue to build the culture correctly, and I think that's what you and I see, what's caused some of our conversations to lead us to this moment is, oh, but is someone helping them? Because they've suddenly seen this elevation in their life, but is someone close to them helping them be aware of all that comes with that, and the attack that comes with that, both positive and negative. And what we've realized is the responsibility to steward that in this house for the people that God's given us to love and to minister to, pastor, to develop. And as we continue, because our heart is to push them forward and to help them step into what God has for them, is to remind them, though, to do it with a guarded heart.
Yeah.
And it's all about guarding your heart and guarding it.
Making it an offering.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your song that you
Take My Life.
Take My Life?
We're going to play that at my funeral too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's my funeral song.
Okay. Got it.
Jeremy Camp. No, got it to send to someone else younger who's still alive when I die.
We're just going to make can we make a cloud file with
Make a cloud file
Yes.
to be sent upon
don't let
Trustin's
it-
death. Jeremy Camp.
If you're watching this video, I'm dead. It's one of those.
I'm dead.
Here's what I want.
I want my hammers passed out to everybody, and I want Jeremy Camp played loudly. I want to offend all of the old people still alive with how loud you play. I'll cry listening to that song right now.
Yeah. Because that's again.
That's what I want. Take my life.
Take my life, take it, use me, do what you will. And like that was our heart cry when we were 17. And it's just the please God, let
And I'm
it
fighting it.
continue to
Yeah.
be our heart cry at 47.
Yeah.
You know, like we're not 47 yet, but it's the number,
Yeah.
you know. And so
We're servants, not kings.
yeah. And if you
put on
find
a
yourself
t-shirt.
frustrated that you're not a king, check yourself before you
That
wreck
would be
yourself.
a good, you know how these young people wear the t-shirts with like 5 big words on their back?
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
a good one.
What?
Servants, not kings.
Yeah, that's a good one.
More church.
More church. There. Look, he just designed a t-shirt.
What's up, K-Dog?
What's up, K-Dog?
I'm mad. K-Dog's going back to college. He's leaving us. He's going back to school.
He only has one more year.
K-Dog.
What are you doing?
Just drop out, dude.
Just drop out. This is what my son, I used to be like, nope. And my daughter, and she has one, she's also a senior coming up this year. And I'm like, well, you got one more year, guys. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
I just say that so that they know I really love them.
I know.
I'm just kidding,
They know.
Kelly. Relax.
Kelly's going to send
Relax.
you an email.
Relax, Kelly. Caden, go graduate.
That's the best. I love it. No, it's good. I think we did it.
What
We
else?
Talked about it.
Tim, how'd we do?
I was
Thumbs
very
up,
nervous.
double thumbs up. You were?
I think so.
Nobody's cheering us on harder than
I
Tim.
know, but I don't
He
know.
might be like secretly like chuckling.
Yeah.
like heckling.
These idiots.
What are they doing talking
These
about over
dummies. I'm just kidding.
there? Me and Daniel Ray would kill this topic. Oh, do you know what I've heard some of the staff want to do is they want to do Tug of More, but it's them pretending to be us.
Oh, yes.
Like McKinley and Andrew.
Oh, yes. This
And
would
like
be
Tim and Brady. And they just do like a Tug of More episode.
like
but
they
they're-
do with the puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But
they
every
should.
one of them could do it.
That would be funny, actually. We
They
should
would
do
be
a
good.
segment
Tug
of
of More guests.
Yeah, of staff Tug of More, and then they could see that it's actually not as easy as it looks. I mean,
Yeah.
it is for us now, but it was. If you go watch OG, like first, second, third episode, we're both like, I'm like, relax. That's what I want to tell us back then.
Yeah, Trustin with his laptop, and we had notes written on the side walls, which is actually a good idea.
No, we're not going back.
Every
to
once
it.
in a while, I wish I had just like 3 or 4 things written down.
Okay,
when
we could
come
do
in here.
3 or 4. But the problem is if you do 3 or 4,
There's
you're going to
Myrrh.
do 27. And then
There's
we're going to
Myrrh.
be like, hold on,
'Kay,
point
what else?
4. I don't know. Your wife's getting a facial. She just sent me a picture.
Okay.
That's all. I don't
She's getting
know.
her face scrubbed. She
Yeah.
bought some acid to put on her face.
She bought some acid?
Isn't that what they do? They burn your skin off your face, and then it like grows back healthy or something.
Yeah, kind of. That's a.
This is how my man brain
That's a man way of saying
hears
it.
what she's explaining to me.
I'm like, yeah, she looks good. That's good. We're just trying to look young.
I started using face lotion. Can you tell?
Well, what happened was we had a conversation and you said something and I was like, I literally looked at you like, you don't use lotion at all? And I was like, bro, you got to start using lotion.
I have never put a drop of lotion on my face in 40 years. And so Rachel bought me some and she got so bugged at me the first time I used it because I apparently used way too much.
What? Weird. That's shocking.
And she's
that
like,
you would overdo
this
anything.
bottle is supposed to last you 3 months. And you just used
half of it.
A month's worth on your face. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Show me how. So she did a little finger and she dabs it around and then she's like, rub it in with one finger. But because I did like this and then my hands absorbed it all. Because I also don't put it on my hands.
You probably did like this and pulled, and you're supposed to go this way so that you don't get wrinkles.
Somebody needs to
use
make
your ring finger because it's the least strong.
That is not how I do it. When I wash my face, Rachel laughs. For 15 years of marriage, she laughs every time I wash my face.
You do it so aggressively?
Yeah, she's like,
yes.
What, are you sanding something off of wood? Why are you washing your face like that? I'm like,
you're rubbing off the dirt.
I'm getting the soap off. I'm washing my, I don't know. I wash my face like I wash my arm. What am I supposed?
Do you use like a scrubby?
Yeah, a scrubby with a handle.
Of course you do.
I can't reach my back. I can't reach.
Of course you do.
Y'all can reach your back. I can't. This is as far as I can go.
And so, yeah. Well, your face is more, you have to be more tender.
Guys, we don't know these things.
Someone has to teach you. Your wife is teaching you, so that's good.
Yeah, Rachel's
just listen
teaching
to her.
Me to put lotion on my face.
And be delicate around the eye. This is where we show our eyes and our neck and our hands are where we show our age the fastest.
I woke up the other morning and this hurt.
That. Yeah.
After sleeping, so I must have been having a very intense dream because I was very furrowed brow.
Yeah. Well, okay.
All right, guys, 60 minutes.
That's all.
Love y'all. If you have any questions, hit us
Send
up.
them.
Oh, you know what we haven't done in a while?
What?
More tugging around town.
Next time.
Okay.
One more.
I've had a couple people posting. If you're still tomming around town,
I've been seeing
post it. All right.
Yep.
Winnie's got a bunch of hats hidden in her office
That's
to give you.
I'll give you one. Okay.
All right. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Bye.
See ya.